Hello guys. You know that kind of moment where everything feels calm on the outside, but inside your chest, something is jumping because you sense that something big is about to happen. That was how I felt when Sonia went live recently. I didn't even plan to watch it. I just clicked out of curiosity. But guess what? Just a few minutes into the live, one bold fan asked the question everybody has been dying to ask. They went straight to the point and asked Sonia about her relationship with Morris. The whole live went quiet like people were holding their breath. What would she say? Would she clear the air once and for all? But instead of saying yes or no, Sonia just smiled a little and said, "The truth will come out at the right time." That was it. Just one sentence. No extra explanation. And that single reply made everything even more confusing. People started talking everywhere. Some said she's hiding something. Others believe she just confirmed something big. But nobody knows for sure. That one line shook everybody. You know when someone ignores something so loud and bold that their silence speaks louder than any words. That's what happened next. During that same live video, another person asked a direct question about Morris again. This time, Sonia didn't say a word. She didn't even act like she saw the message. But the way she moved her eyes and paused for a second made it feel like she definitely saw it, and chose not to respond. That one moment caused an even bigger stir than her earlier comment. People couldn't keep calm. They said, "Why ignore something so important unless it's true?" It wasn't just silence, it was a heavy silence that left fans with more questions. Some fans even said her expression looked a bit uncomfortable for a split second, like she was holding something back. And from that second, things exploded online. People rushed to blogs, pages, and comment sections trying to guess what that silence meant. Everyone was now sure there was something going on, but they just couldn't figure out what it was yet. Do you remember the early days when fans used to go back and forth, arguing about who had better chemistry with Sonia? Bryan or Morris? That was a hot debate. Bryan had this peaceful energy. His presence was calm, soft, and always brought this gentle romantic feel. He was like the quiet hero, and people loved seeing him beside Sonia. Their scenes were like slow, sweet songs. But then came Morris. Morris brought fire, energy, and this bold tension that you could literally feel through the screen. He didn't even need to speak sometimes, his eyes alone said 1,000 things. That shift was serious. Slowly, fans who were Team Bryan began switching sides. They started saying, "Wait a minute, Morris and Sonia have something deeper." The energy was just different. It was louder, stronger, and unforgettable. And with everything happening now, Sonia's silence, her strange words, and Morris's own moves, that old debate has suddenly come back. People are now wondering if maybe we all missed something from the very beginning. That chemistry may have been more real than we thought. Sometimes, chemistry is not just about lines or smiles, it's about how someone makes you feel without saying a single word. That's exactly what Sonia and Morris gave people anytime they were on screen together. Their scenes pulled you in emotionally, whether they were talking or just sitting in silence. It was like they were speaking with their eyes. People didn't just watch them, they felt them. You know how rare that is. To feel emotionally connected to two people acting in a movie. That's why this whole thing has people so confused. If it was just acting, how did it look and feel so real? And now, with all this confusion happening, fans are saying, maybe that was never just acting. They're rewatching scenes and looking for clues. Even simple glances are being discussed now. The emotional pull these two had is now making it harder for people to separate the screen from real life. It's no longer just entertainment. That strong chemistry is the very reason why this silence and confusion are hitting fans so hard. Something really unexpected happened online that changed everything again. A bold comment appeared recently, and it didn't take long before it caught everyone's attention. It claimed that Morris and Pel have ended whatever was going on between them. That statement shook a lot of people. Why? Because the relationship was never confirmed in the first place. Nobody ever said they were officially together. It was always just speculation and clues here and there. But somehow, that one comment sounded so confident that people began to believe it. It opened up a fresh discussion. Some fans were surprised, while others said, "We knew it wouldn't last." The funniest part is that many are now saying, "So it was real after all." Just because of that single comment, the Morris and Pel topic has started trending again. People are now connecting dots, checking old photos, old videos, anything to confirm if that relationship was ever real and if it's truly over now. And as usual, no one has confirmed or denied anything. Right now, everything feels like a carefully written mystery story, except this one is playing out in real life. The more you watch, the more confused you become. Sonia, Morris, and Pel are right in the middle of this triangle, and fans can't seem to figure out what's true and what's not. Some say Morris is caught between two amazing women. Others think Sonia and Morris were always the real deal, while Pel was just caught in the middle. And then there's another group saying, "Don't fall for it." This is just a brilliant content strategy. The suspense is real. It's like everyone is acting but also not acting. Their actions are so natural that fans don't know what to believe anymore. They are dropping subtle hints, deleting posts, ignoring questions, and smiling like nothing is wrong. That's what makes everything harder to understand. 1 minute, it looks real. The next minute, it looks staged. And while fans are trying to figure it out, the mystery keeps growing. You know the way fans once adored the combination of Sonia and Bryan. That sweetness and calmness they shared. It was something that made people smile easily. Their on-screen relationship had this quiet beauty. It wasn't loud, but it was soft and heartwarming. Bryan knew how to hold Sonia gently in scenes, how to look at her like she was the only one in the world. And people fell for that. But then Morris stepped in, and the entire tone changed. Morris was intense. Everything about him screamed passion and unpredictability. His scenes with Sonia felt like fire and thunder. The switch from Bryan to Morris was not subtle, it was powerful. People who once said Bryan was the best started confessing that Morris made them feel more. It's crazy how one person can come in and shift the whole feeling. And now, with all the drama surrounding Sonia and Morris, some fans are starting to say, maybe Sonia should have stayed in the calm space with Bryan. It's a throwback debate that's becoming fresh again. Every little thing is now being treated like a big clue. Sonia posts a quote, and people begin to link it to Morris. Morris shares a random photo, and fans say it's about Sonia. Pel doesn't comment for a day, and everyone panics. That's how closely people are watching now. Even silence feels suspicious. That's the kind of atmosphere this whole triangle has created. It's like a treasure hunt where everyone is desperate to find the truth, but nobody has the full map. And the people involved? They're not helping. They're keeping quiet or only dropping half-truths. That's why people are rewatching old scenes, zooming into pictures, and overthinking everything. Some fans say, this is entertainment. Others say, this is real. No one agrees on what's actually happening. But the attention keeps growing. What started as a simple fan question has now turned into a full-on investigation. And the more quiet they are, the more active the fans become. It's like silence is now fuel. What's truly surprising in all of this is how emotionally attached fans have become. They don't just love the actors, they feel connected to the story behind them. They remember the smiles, the eye contact, the gentle touches on screen, and now they're using those memories to guess what's happening in real life. Every single gesture is being studied like it holds a secret. That's how strong the bond is. Some fans say they can't move on until they know the truth. Others just want to be told if they were fooled or if what they felt while watching those scenes was real. Sonia's expression, Morris's silence, Pel's distance, each move carries emotional weight. And even though nobody is saying much, fans can feel that something has changed. That's why everyone is still talking. The emotion isn't just about gossip, it's personal now. The love people had for these actors and their stories is what keeps the conversation going. It's like fans are caught in a love story they didn't even sign up for. Right now, the fan base is completely divided. Some believe that Sonia and Morris are still together but keeping things private. Others are sure that they've gone their separate ways quietly. Then there are people who think Pel was the main person all along, and Sonia was just a distraction. Nobody can agree on the truth. The thing is, no one involved has given a clear answer. Sonia's one-line reply, Morris's silent moves, and Pel's calm reactions have only added more confusion. That's why this triangle has become one of the most talked about gists in recent times. Fans want clarity. They want someone to just come out and say it. But until then, people will continue to assume, analyze, and dig deeper. Some even say, let's just wait for Sonia's next live, maybe she'll drop another clue. The suspense is far from over. It's like a movie without an ending. Everyone is watching, waiting, hoping for the final piece to fall into place. But until then, the mystery continues. Alright guys. That's all for now. Have a nice day, and bye.